It's time for a good old-fashioned Christmas sing-along with Skip McCabe and the all-new Skip Around Gang!
What a crowd! Merry Christmas, everyone! What a crowd you are! Terrific! Folks, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Skip McCabe, and I've devoted my entire life to bringing back the sing-along. More than happy to. Because I feel that the sing-along is good, wholesome family fun, and isn't that just what we need in these trying times? Let us lift our hearts with song. Who's with me? Oh, terrific. I'm so glad. Well, and what better time to have a sing-along than here at Christmas time? There is no better time. Tonight, by the way, is a very important night for me because myself and the all-new Skip Around Gang recently recorded an album that you can put on at your party and have some sing-alongs, and we'd like to go on tour and promote it, and there's a booking agent in the audience tonight who can make that tour happen. I'm not going to point you out, Nancy, because you'll have every family act in the room giving you their business card. But she is here, and so it is all the more unfortunate that the rest of the all-new Skip Around Gang can't be with me tonight. They aren't here. And I think you deserve to know why. Earlier today, we piled into the Skip Around van and drove here from Northern California. I decided to take a lot of back roads through sparsely populated areas because I really didn't want to hit any traffic. And I wanted to drive slow because one of the members of the all-new Skip Around Gang is 8.5 months pregnant. Her name is Lillian. Great singer, but her real passion is watercolors, I tell you. What a talent. She gave me a seascape, and I said, Lillian, I don't know whether to put it on my wall or jump in and go for a swim. But what I did was I put it on the wall. It was a painting, but she appreciated the compliment. And her husband Derek is in the group. Great guy, a recovering cocaine addict, who his doctor tells him if he does cocaine one more time, his heart will explode, just explode in his chest. And yet he's tempted to do that cocaine all the time. That's got to be a great drug. Never had the pleasure, but it's got to be great. And the last member of the group is Lillian's little cousin, Catherine, and she is a fantastic dancer, 19 years old, dances with the Joffrey Ballet. How about that? She is just going to have a wonderful life of inspiring people with her gift of dance and her extraordinary beauty. Just extraordinary. Anyhow, that's the crew, and we were inching our way down through California, going through a very seedy part of Fresno when, unfortunately, we ran over a dog. I feel strongly that the dog was already dead because it was lying in the road, and if it wasn't already dead, it must have wanted to be. But that's immaterial. The point is he was wearing a collar with big spikes on it, punctured one of our tires. Now we've got a flat tire, no jack in the car. Probably I could have called a tow truck, but folks, here at Christmas time, I feel that people are just looking for any excuse to do a good deed for folks and help out their fellow man. So I said, why don't we knock on a door and give somebody the chance to feel good about themselves this Christmas time? So I sent Lillian and Derek over to a warehouse, and as I watched them go, I thought to myself, gosh, aren't they just like Mary and Joseph in Bethlehem, wandering through a terrifying area, dependent upon the kindness of some random stranger. And they knocked on a big metal door, and it opened, and who should step out but 3 men, just like the 3 wise men. Except that one of these fellows was aiming a handgun at Derek. Another one of them had a machete, and the other one, I think he had a bullwhip. But anyway, he was pushing Derek, and I jumped out and I said, gentlemen, where's your Christmas spirit? And at that point, we were all invited into the warehouse and introduced, not at all cordially, to 40 scantily clad women from the Ukraine. Folks, it appears that myself and the rest of the all-new Skip Around Gang were the victims of a classic misunderstanding. These gentlemen, or to be more descriptive, these sex slave owners and operators, were under the assumption that we were some sort of a undercover police operation instead of a sing-along group. And so it's not surprising that they felt the need to interrogate us rather roughly, or to set afire what they assumed was a surveillance van, but was in fact a A singing group's van with a 19-year-old ballerina sleeping in the back. She managed to escape, thank goodness. Some burns on her back. She was in shock, running around screaming, had to be hit over the head with a troublingly convenient rubber mallet in one of the guy's pockets. But that was a good move because that screaming was hard to hear. As a matter of fact, folks, I can't fault these guys for much of what they did because they, as I say, they were laboring under the assumption that we were the police. So I don't mind that they stuffed a dirty sock in my mouth and pinched my nose until I nearly passed out. I don't mind that one bit. That's perfectly understandable under the circumstances, folks. I don't even mind that they felt the need to hook Lillian up to a car battery and give her powerful shocks every time she denied being an incredibly pregnant undercover police officer. But folks, where I do find fault with their behavior is when they became satisfied that we were in fact not the police. At that point, I feel it was inappropriate to make Derek and I participate in sparring matches with I believe they called them impromptu whore self-defense classes. I also feel that it was inappropriate at that point to try to induce labor on Lillian. I just wish they hadn't done it. I just feel that it was rude, and even then, I wouldn't have minded it so much if it hadn't worked. Folks, Lillian gave birth to a baby boy there in that filthy warehouse, just filled with prostitutes, just like the Virgin Mary all those years ago. Folks, I have no idea why any of this was happening. It was very disturbing, and it showed no signs of stopping. What I realized I needed to do was make a bargain for my own release, because I had to get here and perform for Nancy, the booking agent. So I made them an offer that I knew that they would enjoy. I offered to sever the Achilles tendons of Catherine and blind Lillian with battery acid and lock Derek in a closet with a bag of cocaine, which was readily available for purchase on the premises. And then I offered to give them the newborn baby to be raised by 40 whores. Probably. And anyway, folks, that is why I am here right now, so who's ready for a sing-along? All right, this will be fun. We're going to sing Jingle Bells. Everybody knows it, folks. You're going to sing Dashing Through the Snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. And then, of course, we're all going to go ha, ha, ha. Bells and bobtails ring, making spirits bright. Oh, what fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. And then we're all going to go, this whole side here, these two groups are going to go, oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Right? How does it go? Jingle all the way. Oh, what fun. Oh, what fun it is to ride. And we're all going to go, and then we're all going to go in a one-horse open, and then I'm going to pick one of you to say sleigh. And it could be any one of you, so be on your toes. Here we go, folks. Dashing through the snow. You can do a lot better than that. Just think of the suffering of the all-new Skip Around gang, please. Just think of what they went through so that I could be here tonight for this. Okay, folks? And if that doesn't power your voice, I don't know what will. In a one-horse open sleigh. In a one-horse open sleigh. Pretty good. O'er the fields we go. Not so good. What kind of a ballerina is Catherine going to be with no Achilles tendons? Not much of one. Laughing all the way. Laughing all the way. Ha, ha, ha. All right. Bells on bobtails ring. Bells on bobtails ring. Come on, you guys. You know Derek's heart has exploded by now. With all that cocaine in there, he's dead. Sing a little louder. Bells and bobtails ring. Making spirits bright. Making spirits bright. You guys are terrific. What fun it is to laugh and sing. What fun it is to laugh and sing. Blind people can do a lot of things, but they can't paint watercolors. That career is over. Sing a little louder. A sleighing song tonight. A sleighing song tonight. They're small, but they've got spirit. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open. That was bad. It was obvious I was pointing to her. But, folks, that was a wonderful performance. It was worth it. It was all worth it. Thank you so much. Everything I had to go through to be here was worth it. God bless you. Good night. Merry Christmas.